musky walleye bass. Okay, here we go. Woo! Hey guys, Big John here. Guys, today I'm going to see the other Big John Bondi. So yeah, guys, we're at his shop. Let's go in and see what's going on with Mr. Bondi here. Okay, looks like somebody's gonna have to fix his doorbell because his doorbell not working. Pound hard. Let's try it. Oh, there we go, Johnny boy. What's going on, man?
Poor man trying to make it as usual.
He's not poor, guys. Anyway, so what's new, Johnny boy? You ready for walleye season or what?
Yeah, actually today I'm gonna rig my boat up and get everything ready to go. Get my rods in there. Get everything ready to go.
Awesome, guys. Johnny's got a fully rigged Champion bass boat. What do you got on there? 150, 200?
250.
He's got 250 on there, so he's got a great boat. You ever want to go on a great charter, give Johnny a call. He'll give you the ride of a life. So yeah, so what do we got going on? As soon as I walked in, I noticed you got a great supply of jigs here now. So that's cool. You got Damo's custom jigs here?
Yeah, you know, when we opened this facility to manufacture our baits, we weren't planning on selling anything out of here except to our dealers, but people would come banging on the door, so we had this little office space in the front. Figure we'd sell a few baits that we make out of here. And Damo's jigs are very popular. They're powder coated, made locally, and sometimes people come by 25, 30 packs at a time.
Awesome.
Doing real well with that company, so.
Yeah, and actually, you know what? Now that I looked, he didn't show me half of these colors in his garage. Like, this is new. I might get some of these this year. That's nice. Come on, Dom, you didn't show me those colors. Here, look at all the walleye plastics he's got, guys. So what's hot? What's going to be hot this year?
Well, our newest thing is called the bait fish, and it's got a vertical tail like a lot of our other baits, except it's got a much thicker head.
Wow.
I use the same plastic that I make all my musky baits out of, so you could literally use one of these all day.
Awesome.
Many days we've caught multiple limits on one bait. I have unique colors. I got about 40 colors in these things, and you can find them all over at the local dealers, online, bondibait.com, or right here in the shop. But
awesome.
We make everything here. We don't import nothing, and I'm real excited to get everybody to try the new bait fish. Of course, we also have our minnows, our worms, and everything else that are very popular.
Johnny, there's only a few guys around here who fish as hard as you do. So I'm not asking for your spots or your tricks of the trade, but can you show the guys how you like to rig your Bondi worms?
Yeah.
Like and your minnows, because I know some guys put them sideways, some guys put them flat, but what does John Bondi use?
Yeah, come over here, I'll show you.
Okay, let's go.
I pretty much stand by in the Detroit River of the Bondi worm. Very tough plastic, doesn't slide off, premium bait, premium jig head, Damo's custom tackle.
Hang on, let's turn this, John, because I want to see how you bring that paddle tail through. So do you always put your paddle tail parallel or perpendicular?
It doesn't seem to matter. You can do it that way. You can do it flat. What I do is I try to just, I want to make sure that when I'm threading that on, it's right down the center. I don't want to have no big kink in there. It's just going to spiral on the way down, create a lot of line twist. I have the Bondi bait fish here.
Yes.
That sucker is a premium bait.
What a beautiful package too, paired up with Damo's jig,
Yep.
eh?
Red silver is a very popular color. I have a 4-inch minnow, but I also have a 3-inch minnow.
Ooh. I got some of those.
So sometimes you can rig it vertical, you can rig it flat. Works great either way. They pound this little thing. Here's the 4-inch minnow, very popular. Sell tons of these things. Again, it's in 40 colors. The one trick I do is unlike a lot of people, I take the time and I thread my stinger through the bait using a sewing needle. So I'll kind of eye up where that hook's gonna come out, and I'll eye up where I want my stinger to come out. And before I even rig it on a jig, I'll take a sewing needle with some braid or some like 10-pound mono, and I'll thread that needle through there, and I'll pull that line. So I'll have a tag end coming off here, like 8 inches long, and I'll have a tag end coming off here. Then I rig the jig on. Then I tie my stinger on off the tag end here, and then I'll pull the line through and cinch it up. So now my stinger is cinched up. It's a nice, neat package, and then I'll tie off to there, little drop of super glue on each end, and it's all nice and neat. You don't even know there's a stinger on there.
That's awesome, guys. And you guys know I'm kind of a Heinz 57. I use all sorts of plastics. One of the great things about the Bondi, all Bondi's rubber is it's tough.
I'm using the strongest plastic you can make, you can purchase. It's comes out of Georgia. I buy and I make about I can use a 55-gallon drum in about 3 days. That's how many we're producing in here. And this worm, it has changed a lot of the fishermen on this river because it's so durable. You can catch so many fish, and oftentimes with the stingers and that and threading it through, you want a durable plastic. You don't want to have to be retying this thing all the time with the stinger on there. If I'm threading it through, if it's a soft worm, it's a little bit trickier because they get ripped up easy. So I'm using this tougher plastic. It has the same action as a soft bait. In that water, you can put it in your aquarium against a soft bait. It has the exact same action. So you're catching more fish, and the white bass aren't going to nip the tail off. It's just a better way to make a better worm, really.
Cool. That's great, John. And for anybody looking to get out, like there's a lot of great local guides down here, and I'm friends with a lot of them. So I'm not gonna pinpoint to one guide, but I will say if you guys want to get out, Bondi's available. I'm not sure how many dates he has left open, but he's a great guide. And one thing you're gonna learn, even if you're a seasoned fisherman and been fishing for a few years, but you just want to get a little bit better, it never hurts to go out with a professional and see what they do. Maybe they do something just a little bit different, and it might help your game a little bit. Yeah, guys, I used to fish tournaments against John, and he always beat me back in the day. I mean, he was just at a different level than we were. But one thing I will say is he used to always tell us that he was going to make a living at fishing, and he's doing it, guys. He's doing a great job. You know, he started off with the charter business, and then at tournament, you fish professionally in BASS, but now he's moved on. Would you say that the plastics is your biggest part of your business now, or would it still be the guiding? Or
I'm trying to grow the plastics so it replaces everything. The guiding is still a big part, but you know, with guiding, you're limited in the good weather days. You're limited into the amount of days in a year. So if you want to retire comfortably and have you know, a different type of income on top of the guiding, you're going to need something on the side. So that's why I started the lure business a couple of decades ago, to try to get some, you know, extra padding and buy a house and have a family and pay the bills, that kind of thing. So nothing gets me more excited than seeing other people have success on my products.
What was it like for you growing up in the guiding industry, John? Was it ever a challenge, or did you just always put both feet down and keep moving forward? Like, you know,
I remember in high school one time, the teacher sent out a piece of paper to everybody in the classroom and asked you to write down what you wanted to do for a living. And I wrote down, I want to be a fisherman, a fishing guide. And the teacher collected all the papers, and she looked at them all, and she read one in front of the class, and that was mine. And she said, "Mr. Bondi, you want to be a fishing guide?" And everyone laughed. The teacher laughed, all the students laughed, and 26 years later, I'm still a fishing guide, and I'm making baits. So if you have a dream that you're chasing, you know, don't let anybody tell you you can't do it. I'm a living example of that. Just keep on doing it. When I started, it was not easy. Nothing's easy when you're out there brand new at it. But I was determined, and if you're determined, you can get things done in your life. So hopefully you can use me as an example on you know, trying to accomplish something. You know, my family doesn't have a lot of money, and I had to do all this on my own. So if you know, if I can do it, anybody can do it.
Okay, guys, so Johnny's going to give you his contact info, And he's also gonna explain to you where you can find his lures.
You guys, I have over 100 dealers around North America and into Europe. You can check them all out on bondybait.com. You can come see me if I'm here at my shop, 5145 Dumichel Street in Tecumseh, Ontario, which is actually Oldcastle. I'm here most days, and if you want to book a trip, bondybait.com, the John's Guide Service link. Like I say, I've been doing that 26 years, and we'll get you out there and get you on some fish.
Thanks a lot, John. He's a good friend, great fisherman. Look him up, guys. Talk to you later. Cheers, guys. Love yous all. Big John's out. Be positive. Don't be negative. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. And yeah, man. Cheers.